Before I begin my speech, I just want to start off with something very relatable between you and me, and I hope it is relatable because it is about how I am scared of the future and how I am scared of what our planet will become in the future. Aren't you scared? I think you are scared because I am really scared. After reading so much negative news, I think we all can agree that our brain is stressing out, our future planner is replanning. It is replanning. Hi, my name is Rasumnidwan. I am from Cambodia and I am a judge on CSDA, which stands for Cambodia Speech and Debate Association. So why am I starting off my speech with something so negative? And how is it relatable? Well, if you're like me, you like to kind of follow the news, kind of look at the internet article, like what's going on around the world? Is there another shooting somewhere around the world? Or how is the climate change problem going? And then the first thing that pop up is that the destruction clock is going to hit midnight soon, and that means doom for the world, doom for us human race. And there's news about the Willow Project, which is eventually going to affect the world if it happens. And there's this human rights movement where some country are cutting out people right, if that is the right word. But when you look at it, it's just scary. It's frightening for us all, and like those things could happen to us. Those things are happening to them, and what can we do as an individual? Sometimes you question yourself that. Sometimes you stress over those news, but really you're unable to solve the problem because you're too stressed out. And before we are able to help solve, before we are able to kind of find a solution to all this problem, we need to bring ourselves together, and that is something that I find to be less and less seeable nowadays in people. We are usually going to think very stressed out, very rushy, and not in a very effective way. What we need is to loosen it up. Sometimes you just gotta relax. Sometimes you just gotta have a good discussion about it. If you are a person, let's make the example very simple and easy to understand. If you are in a group project or maybe just doing your own project, sometimes if you don't understand about it much, or you don't understand the root cause of it, or the root of the project, or the purpose of it, you might be scared. You might be stressing out, how am I going to make this assignment if I'm not even sure what is it about? And that is when you just need to go out with someone who you think know, ask them about it. Or sometimes you're just gonna do more research. Or sometimes you do know, you are capable of knowing what it is, but you're just too tense to even think. Or you overworking your brain, you're stressing out too much. And that is something that usually happen to even me. And I'm scared that it will probably happen one day, that it's something sudden happen. But then again, you don't need to feel that way. There are ways that you kind of can control your emotion by calming down. Something I know, something I learned is that through meditation. Meditation is a great way to kind of relax your mind, have a kind of appointment with yourself, and that is a nice way to do it. And if meditation is kind of not a thing for you, there's always other thing. You can dance in your room to relax, you can sleep to relax, but I try to avoid sleeping to relax because I feel like that is just not the best choice. Therefore, sometimes you just need to go on a run, go on a hike with a friend, or go on a trip with your family. That's okay. All this problem around the world is happening, it's going to happen, but you cannot put the blame wholly on yourself only. You cannot be stressing out over all this problem that's happening around the world. Sometimes you just need to relax, pull yourself in together, remind yourself of who you are. And for some of us, we don't even know who we are yet. When the question who you are pop up, we still stress out. And that is something that maybe we should start looking for before we really tackle into other big part of life or our surrounding. And I hope this speech would, in conclusion, I hope that this speech would kind of spark that insight or that mindset into you, because of course there's going to be so much changes, there are going to be terrifying moment in life, and we cannot see it. We sometimes are not even prepare for it, but what we can do is just to lay down, let loose a little, enjoy yourself. If something bad happened, you will be able to deal with it in a very calming manner, in a very, quick thought. Something quick happened, you just whatcha back at it. And that's what I want this video to be about, and that is what I want you all to understand. Sometimes a clear mind is what we need, a clear head is what we need. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rus Repati. Today I'm here to express my idea for a better world. Now, before I would like to bring up my idea, I would like to define what I see as a better world. I think that a better world would be a world of peace, a world where you do not get judged, you do not get discriminated against, you are free to do whatever you want, a world of acceptance. That would be a world of peace, which would be a better world. Now, on to my point. My main idea would be accepting, where people accept you, do not judge you, do not discriminate you. People who allow you to do your own action and express whoever you want to be. Now, my first point would be do whatever you want to do. What that would look like? That would look like pursuing your dreams. Pursuing your dreams is basically meaning like, if a child wants to be an astronaut, he has the capabilities to do an astronaut. He have the chance to study to become one. People would not laugh at him, people would not ridicule him, and people would not try to hold him back from pursuing his dreams. That would not be a better world. That would be a world of judgment, a world of discrimination. Whereas we believe that if that child have the chance to do and pursue his dream, study his education, and let him fight on for his dream, that would be a world of acceptance. Second point would be passion. People have passion in life. That is their own purpose. They are there to find passion. Passion comes in a lot of ways. That might be your job, your studies, or maybe love in some cases. People are here to find their own passion. We would like for these people to actually come here and find their own passion, pursue their own passion. Maybe you want to study in music and find a career in music, or maybe you want to study in art and draw some paintings. That is your passion. Then we believe that a world of accepting that you would like to follow that without your parents saying no, you got to go into business or law school. No, that is not what we want. We want a world where you can follow your dreams. You can become an artist, you can become a singer, or maybe you can love someone who you love. Next is taking risk. That means you are not boxed in this. You are not boxed in within this cell. You have the ability to be free. You are basically taking a step forward, taking a risk by dropping down into the void. But this time, instead of people scaring you and making you fear of this abyss, rather people would want to either encourage you or do not give the statement, because this is a risk of your own. This is where you change your life. Life have a lot of risk, which is why we believe in a world where people do not judge people for falling because of their risk. Is a better world. Next up is having the ability to express one's idea. We believe that a world where people have the ability to express their own idea by not getting harsh backlash is a better world, because people have many ideas. Some may be good, some may be bad, but we believe that a world where we do not suppress ideas would be a much better world. Next, my second point would be whoever you want to be. That means self-expression. You can express yourself however way you want. That means you're not again boxed in this shelter. You can come out to your parents, express how the way you dress. You can express yourself how the way you talk. We believe that this is a much better world, because again you have the ability to show off your uniqueness, how people like you, how how people like you for your own specialty, your own quirkiness. And this would be the end of my speech. Thank you for listening.
A few years ago, in the beautiful country of Myanmar, riot happened. Lives were taken away. Violence happened so regularly. And what was the cause? The cause were people trying, striving, and struggling to express what is inside of their mind. But they couldn't, because they could not access freedom of speech. Greeting audiences of the world. I am Heng Long, a team speaker of Team CSDA. And under this year World Speech Day theme of Share Idea for a Better World, I will be bringing up freedom of speech and to speak of how important it is. First of all, freedom of speech will lay path to human creativity. We all know that in order to access creativity, we need ideas and connect them. We need ideas from people who live in this different places, growing up in different environment, having different idea, different mindset, and different opinion, so that we could connect all of that, build up a connection, connect all the dots, and finally create a new idea that form into creativity. Meanwhile, if we could unlock that creativity, we would be able to access and unlock a new world where development, innovation, and changes could prosper, and so that human could sky's the limit. However, most people couldn't do that because they are still afraid to express what they feel and what they think about anything in this society. Second point, freedom of speech will be the best way to avoid authoritarianism. Meanwhile, what is authoritarianism? Well, simply, it is a situation where only a particular person or a single group have the right to make decision. They have the power, while the other couldn't. Just like the case in North Korea, where only the supreme leader could decide on anything, while people under that just listen and do nothing about it. Just follow it. Well, in this world right now, we are trying our best to avoid that. Freedom of speech will be the best way to avoid that, because when people are able to express their opinion to the public, the authority, the government would understand what they are doing wrong, and they would be afraid of the people. Moving on to the third important factors of why we should support freedom of speech, and that is it will expose out all the immoral and unethical acts of leaders. You know, leaders in general, especially world leaders who lead a particular country, they might make mistakes. Sometimes it might be from their heart, sometimes it might be not. However, by having people being able to express out what the leader could have done wrong to the public, the leader will think twice before making any type of decision, so that they could avoid mistake, and so that they could understand the power of the people and not to use their power unwisely, illogically. But however, in this current world, we can see that freedom of speech is not, it's not widely distributed. And this is what I'm trying to convince the world to. We need freedom of speech. We need to unlock all that creativity. We need to avoid authoritarianism. And we need to expose all the immoral act, all the unethical thing that leader might have done. We need that. And for this speech, I want to convince you all. And I want to make sure that we all would pray for the world to be a better place where development and innovation and changes could prosper through speeches of people, so that we could create more changes. And I really hope we could do so. And I'm praying for this world.